Hello friends, in part 1 lecture of the suprarenal gland, we have seen its introductory part, gross structure, features and its relation. In part 2, we will see structure of the suprarenal gland, blood supply, nerve supply, lymphatic drainage and last we will cover its applied aspect. Structure of the suprarenal gland, as we have seen, formed by cortex and medulla, and cortex is divided into three zones: outer zona glomerulosa, middle zona fasciculata and innermost is the zona reticularis. See, it is the adrenal gland divided into outer cortex and inner medulla. Cortex is essential for life, which consists of basophilic cells. Medulla forms 1/10 part of the cortex. This is medulla and is surrounded by cortex all over except at the hilum. Cortex is divided into three zones from outer to inner side. Zona glomerulosa. This zona glomerulosa secretes mineralocorticoids which regulate sodium and potassium balance of the body. This is middle zone, zona fasciculata, which secrete glucocorticoids and which regulate the carbohydrate and protein metabolism of the body. Innermost zone is the zona reticularis. It secretes sex hormones, androgen or the estrogen, C19 steroid, which regulate secondary sex characters in conjunction with the gonads. This is the adrenal medulla. It consists of chromaffin cells and which secretes epinephrine and less norepinephrine during emergency. Now we will see its arterial supply. Each gland is supplied by superior suprarenal artery, branch of inferior phrenic artery. This is superior suprarenal artery, branch of inferior phrenic artery. Middle suprarenal artery, which is the branch come directly from abdominal aorta. This is right middle, this is the left middle suprarenal artery, branch from the direct abdominal aorta. Inferior suprarenal artery is the branch of renal artery. This is the right inferior suprarenal artery from the right renal artery, and this is the left inferior suprarenal artery branch come from the left renal artery. These arteries form plexus beneath the capsule and form the portal system. Similarly, here shown the superior suprarenal artery branch from the inferior phrenic artery, middle suprarenal artery branch from the abdominal aorta, and the inferior suprarenal artery branch from the right or the left renal artery. This figure shows the venous drainage of the suprarenal gland. Right suprarenal gland drains into right suprarenal vein from the medullary sinusoids which are formed inside and drains into inferior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava. Right suprarenal vein drains into inferior vena cava. Left suprarenal vein drains into left renal vein. Lymphatic drainage of the suprarenal gland is in the lateral aortic group of lymph nodes. This figure shows the nerve supply of the suprarenal gland. Medulla of the suprarenal gland is supplied by sympathetic from the celiac plexus, having the fibers of T8 to L1 segments of spinal cord. They form preganglionic sympathetic fibers. These are the preganglionic sympathetic fibers, pierce cortex and form synaptic connections with the chromaffin cells of the medulla. But the activity of the adrenal cortex is mostly covered by the anterior pituitary or the adenohypophysis by adrenocorticotropic hormone, medulla by the sympathetic and cortex by the ACTH hormone. Now we will see the applied aspect of the suprarenal gland. First is the Addison's disease. It occurs due to chronic insufficiency of the cortical secretion, and clinically it presents as the muscle weakness, wasting, increased pigmentation of the skin, low blood pressure, restlessness and the tiredness. This shows the Crohn's syndrome or the adrenal aldosteronoma, where there is a hyper or the excess secretion of the aldosterone, and here shows the bilateral adrenal hyperplasia. Cushing syndrome. It occurs due to hypersecretion of adrenal cortex. Clinically, it presents the obesity, having the face called moon's face, neck, abdomen swelling, hypertension, hirsutism, masculinization in female and feminization in male. In children, it also shows adrenogenital syndrome. See here, excessive secretion of adrenaline from the adrenal gland. This image shows of pheochromocytoma. This is the tumor of the right suprarenal gland or the mass is seen. Signs and symptoms are produced due to burst of the epinephrine and norepinephrine. Clinically, it represents as hypertension, palpitation, headache and excessive sweating with pallor of the skin. This is the figure or the photo of adrenal gland due to cancer or the metastasis. Laparoscopically, adrenalectomy has done. Means bilateral removal of adrenal gland. It is done in advanced or inoperable cases of carcinoma of breast and the prostate. Care should be taken during the adrenalectomy because suprarenal vein has to be ligated before manipulating the gland so that catecholamines do not escape in the circulation. Right adrenal gland is more difficult to approach than the left suprarenal gland because part of it lies posterior to inferior vena cava. So, with this applied aspect, we will finish this topic of adrenal gland. Thank you.